Yeah, they're all coming in. All right. Okay, as I said, I'll add them in as they come along. We're recording the screen. Good morning. Happy April 11th to everybody. Crying out loud, right? Meeting's going to be a little shorter. But won't go long, I should say, this week, so which is nice. A lot of our guests couldn't make it today, which is leaves it for us. So here we go. Uh, this is kind of the agenda as we usually do. We kind of go through a rundown of welcome to the new agents, kind of updates from our affiliates and our partners, what's going on with HomeSmart, our brokerage, kind of any updates. We celebrate some success. Of course, talk about the next meeting. Kind of the same format today, except that we have, like I said, fewer guests, which is nice sometimes. Right, got about 30 on so far. Okay. In the month of March, these are the new agents that joined HomeSmart. So if you know them or you're on the call, welcome. These are the ones in the first week of March, a lot in the first week. Obviously, Shireen, Richard, Jocelyn, Darlene, Felicia, John, Aaron, Nathaniel, Tina, Mahato, Joshua. I thought Joshua got rehired, and then so on, the rest of them here. We've got a couple the next week, Irene and Gloria, and then Shelly and Jonathan the week after that. And of course, this last week, Dula, Chiara, and Maddox all joined HomeSmart. So give them a round of applause. Thanks for joining the big team here. We got, yay! Admit, here we go. Claudia's here. And all right. As always, those that if you are on the call and you are new to HomeSmart, these are ongoing, on-demand series to help you get up and going on up foot. The first one, of course, is Smart Start. If you want to know everything HomeSmart, it's on an on-demand series on how to use Real Smart Agent, even the updated Real Smart Agent, how to use your Smart Sites 2.0, all of those things. It's Smart Start. It's in your on-demand library. And of course, Elevate was done last year, but it's really good content about how to grow your business, your real estate business here. And they're still coming in. Angel's not with us today, but want to remind everybody that our HomeSmart is and does own Minute Mortgage. Angel Chambers is our licensed loan officer and runs the system over there. So she can serve any one of our clients, any one of your clients here in the Houston area. She's licensed in Texas to do programs. And they're a broker, so they broker out loans to all different types of loan products. So here's her contact information, which we'll share when we're done. Again, but you can go to apply, and of course, there's a phone number for her as well. Rich, are you with us today? Rich is supposed to join us, but I haven't seen him yet. All right, well, I don't see him yet. Rich is going to pop in sometime today and give us an update, sort of what the industry is doing from a corporate perspective. Rich has really got his finger on sort of NAR and lawsuits and stuff. We have a lot more on that today as we go forward. Robert, I think you're up for now.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Robert, take it away. Hold on here.
Yep.
There you are. I'm going to pin you.
Great. Thanks. So I put my contact information in the chat, so everybody's got it. Our local team is now up to 5 agents. We got a few on the call. I saw Aaron Willis is in there. I think Gaston Garrido is in there too. Tracy Frederick, Atif Ilias, and Linda Wynn is a new ad we've had. So 5 team members, and had a few more folks reach out to me about potentially joining. So I just wanted to give you kind of a quick update on what's going on with commercial. We're a team inside HomeSmart. We're kind of a plan basically that you can opt into if you have an interest in doing more in commercial. There are some prerequisites, so I like to have people that have at least gone through 20 plus hours of continuing education in commercial real estate and have either closed or are working on commercial transactions. The great thing about that, please don't shoot the messenger, but the updated commission plan is that transactions for commercial deals this year going forward have a transaction fee with HomeSmart of 20%. That's 20% whether you're in HomeSmart or with HSI Commercial. The difference being in HSI Commercial is that you'll receive a cap on your transaction fees for commercial deals. So if you think you're going to do a lot of commercial transactions this year, you might want to consider joining our team. We've got discounts for our quite expensive MLS listing services. So we use CoStar, LoopNet, Crexi, and other services, and we have negotiated discounts for those for the agents in our team. So those are available for them, and we have a lot of training and other things that we do. And I'm here always to support our agents with their transactions and deals. So that's kind of the sales spiel. And again, my contact information is there if anybody has any questions and wants to reach out.
Wonderful. Let me pull you up here. Right there's his contact information, plus in the chat as well. Yeah, the team looks good, Robert. I had to put the Aaron up there, so we put 5 across. So it was nice. On the website, you go to HSI commercials. They're kind of in rows. So the team is growing. It's awesome. So thank you very much. Hold on. All this technology stuff, right? All right, I got it now. All right. Billy's not here with us today either, but I just wanted to give you his contact information. Billy's our mentor manager. Our mentor team is growing. We are kind of trying to revamp it so that mentees, those that need to be launched, are kind of a more sort of like a Buffini 100 Days to Greatness type thing. So you learn the business building part of it while you're doing deals as well. And a recent update, we've got full mentorship. Basically means where you sign a 3-deal agreement with HomeSmart to work with a mentor that's assigned to you, and you complete 3 transactions through a transaction split, and they help you kind of get through those and launched into your business or relaunched. We've also added a transactional support. Let's say you're doing a new deal and something you're not familiar with, and you needed just help on a transaction. Billy can assign you to a mentor to work with you just for that one deal. So none of the mentorship necessarily, but just kind of hold your hand and walk you through it. So that is available as well. So reach out to Billy and the team, and we'll get you connected.
Americans are spending 11% of their income on food.
All right, hold on. Want to mute everybody. Sorry, guys. All right. There we go. All right, next up, we want to make sure we all remember our affiliates. These are the people that have paid money to be a part of our programs. They help sponsor some of our CE classes. They help sponsor a lot of the events we have nationally and locally. So Minute Mortgage and Seller Shield. We had Muscular Moving Men on last month. Utility Concierge a few months ago. We'll have American Home Shield back as well, just so you know that these are our preferred partners. Here's their slides. Seller Shield, obviously, Utility Concierge. Many of our agents love that service that's free to the client, where they help them transfer utilities on their behalf. And of course, Moving Man Storage and Minute Mortgage. Okay, a couple things. We had a really cool class yesterday all about the addenda. So yesterday was our 4th CE class offered, paid for by HomeSmart. We're still trying to work out the bugs, but we're doing them hybrid now. So we had 23 online yesterday, and we're supposed to have 40 in the classroom. And as you can tell, we did not get 40 in the classroom. So we're still trying to get people that sign up, that we pay for, and then buy food for, to actually show up. So we have instituted a no-show, no-call policy, and you will be charged if you sign up and don't show, and don't let me know you're not going to be there. So there was a list yesterday I sent out. Just a reminder, because obviously if you take up a space that someone else can't use, it's not fair to them. So these are the upcoming classes that are going to be offered through the rest of the year. These are now scheduled, so they're not going to change unless something happens, right? But on May 8th, the buyer tenant agency class, yes, it is already full, 3 hours, and we do have a no-show policy. However, please email me if you missed it and want to be in the class. Since we've had a problem with the no-shows, I want to make sure that we get as many people as possible in these classes that will show up. The virtual option is full, unfortunately, but we can probably add more to the in-person class. And once again, we pay per agent, and so we buy food. So it's definitely something we want you to commit to if you are coming, since it is free to you. June 12th, we are doing Code of Ethics. That has not been assigned yet, but it is in the schedule. The July 10th is professionalism and real estate negotiation. That has been. There's a link already available. Some of these already have links and flyers, which you can sign up for after this meeting. The rest of them will be out within a week. So you can sign up for the rest of the year and get it taken care of. August 14th is a in-person class only. It's on CMAs. A lot of our agents, especially newer agents, really need to learn CMAs, how to develop it. So when you're doing on your presentations, how to price properties accurately in this a changing market, right? And so bring your computer for that one. It's going to be an in-person only for the CMA class. On September 11th, we're doing the listing agreement for the listing side. On October 9th, a lot of our agents work with rentals. So all different types, tenant placement, apartment locators, working with renters and landlords. We'll do that one on October 9th. November 13th, new construction. A lot of our agents do really well with new construction, but there's a way to do them right. And the last one is it's only a 2-hour class in December. I figured it'd be appropriate though, but it's the idea of generosity and the rule of reciprocity. So we'll look forward to that. That would be a nice little 2-hour clock hour class. But those are the ones coming down the road. And of course, just for a brief look, we've got links for 4 of them that will be released after the meeting today. You can sign up for. And the rest of them, like I said, will be out probably the end of the week. So you can sign up for classes. Okay. Like I said, everybody got an email I sent out this week, yeah, and last week. We have an attorney who actually, I said I was a board member of HAR, happens to be a board member of TREC. He does a 1-hour clock hour class on the NAR settlement and kind of what it means from a legal perspective. We don't know what's going to happen technically in July. It's when it's supposed to be ratified, but the DOJ is waiting, all that stuff. So there's a lot of uncertainties, but apparently this is a really good instructor and a really good sort of cover of the ins and outs of what we know so far. We had it scheduled for noon next Wednesday. We've asked him to move it to 10 a.m. instead. So he's agreed to do that. And so there's a time change. I want to make sure everybody knows this. I'll send an email out as well, but this has been changed to 10 a.m. Texas time so that we can spend an hour to 2 hours with him getting questions answered and so forth. Because right after that, Matt Widows, the CEO and owner of HomeSmart, the founder, if you will, is doing a nationwide town hall on this very same issue. So he's going to talk about the settlement, what it means for HomeSmart, what it means for us specifically, and then he's going to allow town hall style for us to ask questions. That's going to be done at 10 a.m. Pacific or noon Texas time. So we can do the class with the attorney, get all the legalese, kind of get informed from 10 to 11 to 11:30. And then at noon, we're informed and ready to ask really good questions at the town hall. So obviously these aren't either one are required, but they are both free to you. On the first one, if you want clock hours, you just have to email the attorney at the email address and pay $10 for clock hours. The second one is not clock hours, but it's good to hear from the chief, don't you think? So we'll have that on next Wednesday. So I think it's great. It all lines up. And I'm very thankful that the attorney was able to be flexible for us. Next up, just save a date. This is all of you. We're going to have a branch lunch. We had one last year around May. On May 1st, we're going to provide lunch to you at the Galleria office. We may use the training space upstairs. We may stuff everybody in the office. We'll figure it out as we go along, but save the date for May 1st. It's only about 3 weeks from now, and we'll get some food, enough food for both those that are vegetarians and the people that are meat eaters around those areas. So we know that many of our Muslim agents just come out of Ramadan, so we know that's important to them as well. So here we go. Oops. So, and I've always getting feedback, get more vegan stuff or vegetarian stuff. Here we go. So we're doing it. All right. So May 1st, Galleria, save the date. Make sure I'm going to send out an invitation. You will have to RSVP again. There won't be a no-show, no-call fee for this one, but we do buy food based on the number of people we know are coming, right? So I hate wasting food, just so you guys know. Okay. The next coffee and broker with the coffee and donuts with the broker, we decided to do it in Pearland. Thanks this time to Tracy Frederick and Brandon Walsh for hooking us up with the coffee shop this time. Last time Jeff hooked us up. We'll have the next one probably around the Galleria, but this is going to be in Pearland on May 2nd. So May 1st will be the branch lunch at the Galleria. May 2nd will be the coffee and donuts with the broker. Yep, and you should have gotten, if you're in that area, you should have gotten an email invitation already. If you have not, make sure you get a hold of me so we make sure you're on the invitation. And the same thing goes there. Let me know if you're coming so I can buy donuts and you can buy your own coffee. And it's no sort of a agenda. It's a great place to get to know each other, in a smaller setting, if you will. And it's amazing how agents start referring business to each other when they come together. So it's fun. All right, these are two more than market date as well for this. These two are still in the planning stages, but the dates have been fixed. For our Elite event, Elite is the top 150 agents at HomeSmart Houston. I'm retooling that, and there'll be people being added to the Elite group here in the next week. You'll get emails and invitations. That'll be an event for the top 150, and usually we get a speaker. We do something special, but you'll know who you are. And then for everyone, family, employees, agents, assistants, and you name it, we're having our June 29th. It's a Saturday, a family-friendly event. So that's in the planning stages as well, but we got the date set down. It's going to be sort of mid-afternoon for a few hours. At this point in time, we're either leaning towards a park or a pool type thing with gazebos for the whole family to come have fun. So something, with lots of food, lots of fun. Bring your family with it. It'd be fun. So just keep in mind that May 29th and June 29th. Okay, a couple things here. Reminder that our HomeSmart home Facebook page, we're growing. I think we're about almost 300 agents now, but out of just under 1,700 agents to HomeSmart, we have a lot more to go. A lot of agents are using this to post their listings. They're using this to connect with other agents for referrals or asking questions. It's internal. You have to be invited to it. So go find it and ask yourself, and we'll admit you to it as an agent. It's not outward facing, but you have a lot of the events, a lot of the updates are posted there. So it's the place to go to find out what's going on. Make sure you add that and join. All right, turn times. A couple of things now. This is generally the general rule of thumb for HomeSmart here in Houston. Your documents are due within 5 days of execution. This is one where a lot of times it's listing agents don't understand this. Any executed contract, buyer tenant rep, a listing agreement, a purchase and sale agreement, those are all executed agreements that by law we have to have them in the brokerage, file created and uploaded within 5 days. So we want to make sure that you're reminded that if someone signed a contract and you're working for them, make sure you get it into the system. And then once it's in the system, paperwork typically requires 2 days to kind of process the paperwork, put it in the right files and make sure it's ready and send it over to the broker for review. Me and Cecilia Hernandez, our broker review team right now. So Cecilia Hernandez has been gone for a week, so we're behind. Just so you know, she is back, and there's more help coming. So typically, broker review allow 3 days. We're about 6 days right now. That will be fixed by Friday, by tomorrow. So just so you know, but generally 2 to 3 days. So don't try not to upload your documents last minute and expect things to be just hunky-dory. So once again, we're behind because our help was out of town for a wedding and something else. Which is good, but she's back and then she's working hard. And of course, I'll catch up as well. And then our broker assistant, we are in the process now of going through background checks and, DISC profiles. So we're very close to hiring somebody. So I would expect by the end of May, we will have an assistant broker on staff and additional support for all of you. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay. RSA, a couple of things that a lot of calls I get from everybody is, where's this? How do I find that? And I want to make sure that you need to look, and as Robert talked about the change in commercial commissions, it was kind of always there, but they solidified it across the board in January on the new Schedule A, the new policies and procedures, and so these delivered. So in your downloads, in Real Smart Agent, go to downloads on the left-hand side. All these documents are there. Make sure you take time and review them because they are part of your business and your responsibility. So in there's a policies and procedures manual. There is a state policy, means addendum for Texas, the specific differences that we enforce, kind of like intermediary and that kind of stuff. It's in the state policy addendum. Then there's a Schedule A, which is your fee schedule. Whenever you want to know what the fee is for X, go check out your Schedule A. It lists them all out. Your plan, the extra fees when it comes to land over $1 million and commercial deals, it's all right there. So check it out. And then your independent contractor agreement. Now, all of these were delivered to you at the first of the year by corporate. All of them were delivered to you again by me through email from their broker. All of them were posted in Real Smart Agent. All of them were shared on 3 separate brokerage meetings. So we've done our part. Your part is to go review them and to make sure you know them as an agent of HomeSmart. So not being like, this is basically, we've delivered, now you're responsible. We've had some agents say, well, I didn't sign that. I didn't know, I didn't agree to that. I get that. Our job as a brokerage is to deliver it. And then you're supposed to read it and then you're supposed to respond. But there's it's not necessary for you to agree to it. This is a policy of the company. That makes sense. So anyway, emailed and placed. And so go read it, review it. If you have any questions, reach out to me, but that's what it is. Okay. We have a lot of questions lately about fines and fees. This is something we've covered several times as well. This is in the policies and procedures. I've highlighted them just so you know. And they're pretty straightforward. We're trying to be in compliance with TREC. TREC will fine the brokerage and the agent if we're audited and we don't have transaction files, if they're not in within 5 days. If they're not complete and we've closed it and paid you, we get fined. And of course, then it goes in our TREC file. So it's really about making sure we're in compliance with TREC, and you guys are as well. So incomplete, if the file's incomplete when the file is closed, meaning the documents aren't there, the file's been closed, and we give you a notification, we give you 30 days. And if you don't respond within 30 days, you may lose your commission, okay? Late paperwork, right? After 5 days, if we know there's a paperwork here, use the late paperwork explanation form. We don't want to charge you a fine. Just tell us what's going on, why it's late. Or if there's no file, if the transaction is closed on MLS or the closing department has received a closing package, we got a closing statement and a check, but we have no documents, which happens way more than you think it does. So basically, the brokerage has been able to offer no oversight the entire transaction because we had no idea it even existed. And so there's a fee of that one to be assessed at $500. And then, of course, this is one that's most common for all of you is agent will list a property. They'll have a listing agreement. They'll list a property, and then it'll be on the market for 40 days, and we don't have any record of it. We get calls from other agents saying, "Hey, who's the agent on this?" Or I go, "I don't know. I don't have any record of the transaction in RSA." So this is one that we're trying to get people to understand how important it is to get your files in. So here is the form. It's available in your download section. Late submission. All we're looking for is this is documentation for HomeSmart and for you why something isn't following up with the TREC guidelines, right? It's gonna be late. Okay, great. And missing. Why is it missing? Okay, what is it? And they may refuse to sign it. You may not be able to get a hold of them. Just give us an explanation so we can be in compliance. A couple other things that have been added recently. Many of you guys have asked about transaction coordinators. Now, several have used their own transaction coordinator. Some have hired other TCs from other companies. We've had a couple that are agents here that do transaction coordination services, but actual HomeSmart, you can actually opt in on any transaction. And here's the sort of breakdown of the cost. So $25 to do a listing entry, $50 for a file creation and so forth. So you can actually do like a la carte, if you will, through our transaction services to get you some help, especially if you get busy. So this is all through HomeSmart there in Arizona. This is available in your downloads. This is new. This is not going to post it yet. This will be posted probably today, but they just created a brand new order to pay commissions FAQs. This is their CDA. This is basically we have agents to approve their commission disbursement before we send it over to title. And we get a lot of questions around this, and this answers them for you. It says, but right there, the first highlighted one says the OTPCs, so the order to pay, are sent out 5 days prior to the closing date. First, they are sent to the agents listed on the file for their approval. Once the agent listed has approved it, it will be sent to the appropriate party. So, couple of notes there. Make sure that you have the right information for title in there. We've had several lately where we're going to fill it in later. They put title and then put ABC 1, 2, 3, whatever, but it went nowhere. So you want the right information so that when the CDA goes out, it goes to the right people. And same thing for the cooperating broker. Make sure that you have the right email address so that when they get paid, it goes to the right place as well. We've had some issues with that. But make sure you check this out. I'll send this slides out afterwards, but it talks about the different things most of you will ask around OTPCs. And if you want something earlier, just ask for it. But it generates, and our system is 5 days before closing to generate it. And then a lot of times we're getting questions around, how come all the checks going to HomeSmart? That's always because the file's not complete. So make sure that you're checking and make sure nothing's missing. It may be in review. It may be something you uploaded late. It needs something. If it's something that, like your last document, you just uploaded it, send an email to me and we'll get in there and jump on it. But usually what's your turn time so you know that give us enough time to process for you. This is one that's come up a lot more lately. This is information also available in your download section, but a lot more HUD deals, a lot more foreclosures. You can imagine with the rising interest rates, with inflation the way it is, with the economy kind of struggling a bit, you're going to have a little bit more of those. So we're seeing more homes being sold through FHA foreclosure, basically HUD homes. And then for you as an agent at HomeSmart, you've got to register to be a HUD home bidder. And so you can go to HUDHomestore.com. You would register to be a bidder. You'd have to put in all your information, but you'd have to put in the brokerage information. So our NAID number is that, our tax number is that, and you'll probably have to put my information in as well. But it's all there, and then you can be registered. And once you're registered, let me know. I add you to the team that can make bids on behalf of HomeSmart. Then you can make a bid online. If you get accepted for the bid, I get copied in all the documents so that we're aware of what's going on. But there's an opportunity now for your buyers going forward. And it always has been, but something to think about, a way to add to your business. Okay, a couple things too in the policies and procedures. I've got a lot of questions lately about social media, videos, and sort of the rules around that. Just make sure you look at the policies and procedures, pages 11 through 17, if you're doing any advertising through your business. Meaning clients, talking about listings, whatever it may be. That's 11 through 17. I just picked a few of these as just as an example. It says the scope of the policy shall extend to all uses of social media in connection with real estate business, including any use in which the agent seeks to promote or capture real estate business from consumers or other agents. It says, however, any conduct which reflects adversely on the broker or the brokerage may be reviewed. Anyway, it goes on to talk about how, when required, your name and logo of HomeSmart, name of the designated broker, that'd be me, address of the office, phone, email, name of the agent, state licensure. So depending on the type of marketing you're doing, these may be required. Print advertising requires all this. Some media doesn't. So make sure you're looking at this. But there's examples about posting on Facebook and MySpace. That's funny they have MySpace. Does that still exist? Anymore? Maybe it does. Twitter. Anyway, but it's basically not right regarding other agents or other agents' listings unless they allow you to, and so forth. And then, of course, that talks about social media posts. It says any statement regarding HomeSmart shall clearly disclose your relationship with HomeSmart. You're an agent of, associate broker of, a broker of. You should always disclose that you're an agent or your status. And so the agent may not accept compensation for placing a comment on a site, so you can get paid for your comments. And the agent's responsible for assuring that the use of the site is consistent with local, state, and federal laws, of course, fair housing. And the last example is just a lot of YouTube, a lot of videos. A lot of agents are doing really, really well generating leads, doing videos. So we're all for it. But make sure you guys are all doing what you're, doing it the right way. So it says the agents are responsible for assuring the agent is authorized to use any audio or video posted to their site. Agents shall secure permission for marketing purposes the image of another person. And the image has been altered in any way, agent needs to let people know they've been altered. And agents responsible for assuring the use of the site is consistent with all laws, again, and with HomeSmart policy. I want your take. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, questions came up. So sorry guys, a little fast there. Rocking it. We always like to celebrate how well we're doing every month. The agents did have a great month, have a great quarter. So I did top 5 agents in production, top 5 agents in sales volume, top 5 teams, both ways as well. And then we got the every quarter we total up the top 15 agents. It's sort of quarter by quarter. So the first quarter, so January, February, March, we have our top 15 announced, and what we do differently there. So the agents of all stripes can have a great quarter and be invited. So we invite our top 15 agents each quarter out to lunch. So we go to lunch. That's in the works very soon. But if you're on the top 15, you'll be getting an invite from me, and we'll go have lunch together. So, all right. That said, a top 5 in production in March. Jose Portillo did 8 transactions in March. Tracy did 5. Fafu did 5. Mario did 4. China did 4. And there's 10 of you that did 3. Nice job, everybody. That's a lot of production in a month. So nice. Congratulations. All right. Volume. I think that was great. Frank Bonham did 2.8 million in March. Eric did 2.2 million. Jose did 1.8. Of course, Tracy at 1.7 and Jessica at 1.6. So that's just in 1 month. It's really, really good. So congratulations, everybody. Awesome. Good job. Our top teams. The Bay Area group did 5. Hold on a second. Melissa, go ahead. You raise your hand.
No, sorry. My mistake. Sorry.
Oh,
My mistake. Sorry. I was just want to clap for everybody. Yeah. Sorry.
The Bay Area group, led by Tracy Frederick, did 5 transactions. The Realtix group, led by Justin Braden, did 4. Hive House, led by Brittany Johnson, did 3. H-Town Properties did 2, and Global Nest Group did 2 in the month of March. Good job, everybody. And then volume-wise, I love the numbers. Look how close this is. The Bay Area group did 1.742 million in volume. The Realtors group did 1.738 million. So it's very, very close. Hive House did 1.44. And of course, I didn't have the numbers for H-Town and Global. So that's a good job. Congratulations. All right. Drum roll. Here we go. We're going to the top 15 for the first quarter, January, February, March. So it's great to start the year off strong. So these are the group that started the year off super strong. So in first place, Jessica Lee with 10 transactions and 4.3 million in sales volume. Very nice. Tracy, not far behind, 9 transactions, 3.2. China Akram, 9 transactions and 2.7. Jose had the most transaction, but they ended up for 2.5. So that's why he's in the 4th position. But that's killing it. We're talking 3 months. That's almost 4 a month, Jose. Hugo, 9 transactions. Jared had 6 for 2.6. Leonard had 7. Ranier, 4.4 million. I think that was 1 transaction. Maria Galvez, 4.2 million. Karina Debob, 3.3. Fafu did 7. Ilian did 2.8. Eric did 2.7. Justin did 6, and Anup did 6. So these people will be invited to lunch very soon. And hopefully each one of you will be in the next quarter's top 15. But congratulations, everybody. Fantastic. Nice. All right. And Maria, are you raising your hand or are you clapping? You're clapping. Okay. Like I said, this is going to be a little shorter meeting, but I want to appreciate you all. Next month's meeting is on May 9th, and we're going to have Rich LaRue for sure. That one, we'll have all our guests back. But we're looking at probably May or June doing sort of a hybrid in-person virtual so we can get some food again. We're doing a lot of things in May, so probably June, just to keep keep that in mind here on here. There we go. And since now we got the presentation sort of done and quickly this month, any questions, anything you want to talk about? I'm looking forward to next Wednesday, kind of getting the take of what the attorney will say, and then of course what Matt Widows is going to say, because we don't know. Honestly, the goal here is all of these changes are nothing's happened yet. They're talking about interest rates now, may go up, may not go up. There's people going to buy. We're going into the selling season in this spring and summer. So I'm expecting all of you to kill it and do well. So anything? Maria Dover and Gary, raise their hands. So Gary, why don't you go? Jeremy? You have to unmute yourself, man.
I'm sorry, I was trying at my picture. So yeah, just want to give you a feedback for the yesterday meeting. It was not clear like this one. The voice was breaking, and obviously at the beginning there was some work going on, but throughout the meeting, I mean, the voice was not straight and clear like today's meeting. Just a feedback.
At the CE training?
Yeah.
The hybrid's tough because the instructor's got to face the classroom and speak into the microphone at the same time. So you got a little bit of a distance there. There is a microphone there that they can use. They just don't like using it. People don't like holding the mic.
Right.
We'll work on it. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. Yeah.
And I missed the Martin part. I mean, are we getting into the team or something like that? I mean, I missed the Martin part. You were saying.
Sorry, say it again.
I'm sorry. The second guy you were saying, like after the HSI.
Yeah. So we switched the time for the lawyer to do the class to 10 a.m. on Wednesday versus noon. Okay. And then following it up there, we have Matt Widows, which is our owner, CEO of the company. He's going to come on and do a town hall for everybody. You can sign up for that in Real Smart Agent under your class schedule. And so he's going to take questions from agents across this nation around HomeSmart's view about the settlement possibility, about the changes in the industry. So it's going to be really good. So we have one's a CE class offered by a local attorney who's a board member of Trek, and the other one is our CEO, Matt Widows.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Maria, do you have something else? Or Irma?
Hi, good morning, Marty. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yep.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to mention something yesterday.